Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Bob's Mods in Factorio. Might as well throw this iron ore back down here again. The ferric chloride solution. We got a little bit, not much of this stuff. We're not really even doing much overall because we're not using the ferric chloride solution just yet. We can use this other junk for other stuff, but I don't know what it is on the top, off the top of my head, so we're not going to worry about it for now. We're basically just waiting for silicon processing, and then we're going to get started on the next step of that. We can do solder, and electronic components require silicon wafer, both of which I think require that type. We do have plastic. We could be routing the plastic around. Okay, let's get sulfur processing, because we're going to need that. Now we can make silicon wafers, which requires silicon plate. To make silicon plate, we need calcium chloride, carbon, and quartz. This is not calcium chloride. We need to make calcium chloride intentionally from hydrogen chloride, which was this junk here. We could use this thing on more than just this one if we wanted to. And we need to mix it with stone. We just need regular stone. Not brick. So we're going to probably end up doing the same thing I did with this iron ore. We're going to get like a spot that's just mining stone for the sake of chemical processing. So let's go ahead and grab a couple Mark IIs. And I guess we'll go like down here somewhere. Couple steel chests. So that'll be the stone that we end up using for the sodium, the stuff, calcium chloride. Crying out loud. All right, so let's find a way to tie into the hydrogen chloride now. It's times like this where you're glad that you left a pipe in between them, so you can just tap into it instead of having to like move everything over by one. So we're going to use the, here, let's move the power poles outside of the interior. And then we can just run pipe straight in between them. Oh, no, don't connect those. Oops, that's wrong. So now they're all working to fill those pipes right there. Okay, so what we want to do now is we want to make, from this, we need to make some calcium chloride, which is going to happen in a chemical plant. So we'll just tie in right here, and we're going to make calcium chloride. And we're going to pull some of this stuff. We'll have our chest of stone. And for the moment, at least, into a chest shall be the actual calcium chloride. I don't have any, well, I do have 25 stone. So we can get that process started. We're making calcium chloride. Got it. Cool. Calcium chloride is necessary to make silicon plate. We need carbon. We just did that one a little while ago. We know how to do that. So we have calcium chloride plus carbon, and now we need some raw quartz. Fun. Alright, so we got a few hundred stone. I'd like to have more than that, but this will have to do for now. Let's go find some quartz. Here's some quartz. Okay, more electric mining drills. I know I'm going to need some more pipe, because I keep on making chemical plants and stuff. Okay, I'm looking for electric mining drill Mark II. This will work perfectly on this quartz. Let's just mine the crap out of this quartz and make it go away. Did I run out of chests? I did. Let's get a whole bunch of them, and then just pick up some more steel again. into the chest you go. Alright. So the quartz plus the calcium chloride plus the carbon. Now we could bring the carbon that this one was making down, or we could just make some carbon locally, which I think is probably an easier option. So again, to make carbon, it is, I believe, just water and coal. Yeah. Conveniently, we have some water right here. So make some carbon for me, please. And we'll go ahead and use a smart inserter to peel off a little bit of coal. I'm totally out of transport belt. Weird. Okay, so we got carbon local. And what are we trying to make again? I forgot already. Trying to make this damn silicon plate. Carbon, quartz, calcium chloride. Got calcium chloride. And this is done in a what now? In an electrolysis reactor. We don't need a lot of this processing yet. So you're going to make silicon plate, which means that you can actually just feed directly from there, which means that the storage is unnecessary. Stone needs to go in there. So you're only going to use this stone if this thing needs to make silicon plate. That's the only reason we actually want to use this stuff. You need your carbon. And you need your quartz. I don't have any quartz on me, I think. I have 2. And the carbon... we'll just run like this. And now we have our silicon plates. Silicon plates, I think, are pretty much only used to make silicon wafers. But you can make 8 silicon wafers from 1 silicon plate. So if you need to move them, it might be better to move the silicon plate on belt instead of converting them to silicon wafers first. Silicon wafers are what go in here, yes? No. It's never that simple. Silicon wafers are what are used to make solder. To make solder, we need solder plate. It's so freaking complicated. To make solder plate, you can see why getting to blue science bogged me down the first few times I played this. I was like, how the hell do you make these freaking circuits? We need resin plus solder plate. To make solder plate, we can do it 2 ways. We can take tin and lead, or we can take tin, copper, and silver. I don't have silver yet, but I do have tin. I don't have lead yet, but we do have galena. Galena makes 2 different types of resources. It makes the lead, and it makes the nickel. Nickel can be used for something. I don't even think I haven't done nickel processing yet, have I? We need lead processing. Let's get lead processing done, and then we also need. Did I do nickel processing? I might have. I guess. I don't know. That or one of these other ones leads to it. Alright, how are we going to make this freaking solder? Solder plate. I need lead plate. Tell you what, mine some of this junk. Just use a single large area miner into a chest. You're going to make me some lead and nickel. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there eventually, don't worry. It's gonna happen. There's really no point in having bonus, like, spare silicon plates, right? Like, I shouldn't store that up. Let's go grab the quartz, though. Oh, there's quartz right here as well. So we don't need to mine it out from up here. Okay, a couple hundred. I've used 50 grenades. Also, I ran out of transport belts. Let's pick some more of that up. The attacks are not really stepping up yet, but time is ticking by. It's been 3.5 hours. Quartz goes here. Stone goes there. I need more stone. I should make a car. I never did check to see how the power was being handled. Like if it was working properly with only a couple. Okay, available performance is fine. The amount of water getting to the end is fine. Whether or not this thing could actually heat up to 14 megawatts, I don't know. I think so, because it was able to do it on 5, which makes me think 10 was sufficient, but we'll see. It seems to be running just fine. Got a little bit of quartz down here as well. Well, that's convenient. Should just mine it right here. Mine this out. Alright, lead processing is almost done. Remember back when there were trees everywhere? Well, now they're dead. This is my planet. You guys can't have it. Now this is one of those things where I should temper myself and not mine it too fast because there's no point. But that's just not the way that I play this game. So we're gonna mine it fast. For no reason at all. I guess it just makes me feel like I have more to do. No, I'm gonna force myself to do otherwise. We're gonna get rid of this. This is so much. This is 6 mining drills. Like the equivalent of 6. Let's just at least... Do we even need... Like I can just do it with 1. Let's just do it with 1. Alright, we just got lead processing, which lets us make lead plate. That's what we needed. To do that, we need lead oxide. Lead oxide requires lead ore. Well, there's a couple ways you can make lead plate. I think you can smelt it directly, or you can use lead ore plus oxygen. I don't know. There's a couple different ways to make it. What do we need next? We probably should do alloy processing. Yeah, it's red science. We should probably know this by now. This allows us to do Invar, Electrum, alloy processing 2. We can make bronze plates. Yeah. It also requires advanced material processing, which we already have. Oh no, it's available. I haven't done this yet. Allows for chemical processing 3. Alright. Going back, we're going to do the alloy processing. Okay, I was doing something. I was working on this. We were working on electronic components or solder. One of the two. Whichever one we can do. To make solder, we were stuck on solder plate. We need lead plate and tin plate. Let's just go smelt some lead. I'm not going to worry about the other way of processing it. I just want to take the lead and smelt it. Why am I doing that? Alright, this is going to be lead. I did not leave enough space. This might be an excessive amount of smelting. possible. Okay, you are going to smartly grab the lead. The lead ore. And then we're going to turn it into something different. Okay, we got alloy processing. Cool. Why don't we go ahead and get water bore too? I don't know why. It just feels like the right thing to do. I could really go for some more solid fuel. I do like solid fuel a lot. I guess I don't really mind using coal. It's just that I know that the solid fuel stacks last a lot longer. Okay, so we've got our... whatever the hell that is, lead plate. Now we can make lead plate plus tin plate equals solder plate in a blue furnace. This is a metal mixing furnace. It's a little bit different than the chemical furnace. You're going to make me some, not lead plate, not glass, solder plate. Here's some fuel. You need tin plate. We have tin plate here. Want to just peel off some of that, or... highly doubt that that's going to need a huge supply, but nah. Nah. We'll just run a pure line for it. Such a messy factory. Solder plate. Go. Solder plate gets mixed with something. Silicon wafers. Solder. Solder plate plus resin equals solder. Oh, okay, so solder plate's actually not that complicated. I was mixing the two between each other. Alright, I need the resin from up here, plus this. So we could do this smelting closer to the resin manufacturing, which would actually make it so that the tin plate could just stop here, instead of having that big long path. That also means that the lead would need to be over there. So it's 2.5 dozen, or whatever that saying is. Temporarily, I could just go grab some resin, but I'd rather not do that. I think I'd rather... because resin is in a good spot. Let's do this. We'll put a metal mixing furnace right next to the resin making thing. No, that's not right. That's not what needs to be next to it. It's the solder plate assembler, which apparently is made in an assembling machine. Solder plate, which puts the metal mixing furnace here, making solder plate, which requires fuel, which has fuel, which requires tin plate, which it now has access to, which means that now I just need to run the lead up here. So what we can do is reverse the line. Instead of making anything here at all, we will just bring you this way. Reverse you. And have you go like that. Okay, so that will make solder plates. Solder, whatever the hell it's called. Solder. I don't yet know if that is going to be enough. How fast are you? 8 solder per 2 seconds. But you have a crafting speed of 0.75, so it's not exactly accurate. The solder needs to get down here on that belt. So solder can go. I need more underground belt. I need to go stock up on the basics again. Oops. Messed it all up. Solder plate. Not solder plate, sorry. Solder. And we'll allow the solder to be stored on both sides of the belt. Right about there. And we're down to one more component. So some electronic components. That's all we need. And then we can make blue, red, well, we can't make blue science packs yet. Crap, I should be researching something. We should research some... Hey, resource monitor. Sure, that sounds like fun. Alright, one more component. What do we got to do here? Electronic components. We've got plastic. We've got tinned copper wire. We need silicon wafers. Silicon wafers requires silicon plate. We have silicon plate. Ah, we're almost there. Cool. Silicon plate. You just turn directly into silicon wafers, huh? In an assembler. And... so the thing is, I need to make a lot of these. That's the thing. And they need to be made and then run along that path there. Or it could come the other way, but it'd be better if it was up this way. Why would it be better? Because that's where the tinned copper wire is. So what if we did this? What if we made the... electronic components here. And what if you... just trying to piece it out right now. What if you made the main thing that you need that... okay, silicon wafer. So then we just run the silicon plate up to there. You make silicon wafers, tons of them, which then go directly into this machine. And then all I have to do is connect the plastic and the tinned copper wire. The tinned copper wire is right here. So we could do it... I could find a way to fit this in here somewhere. I think we're going to need more tinned copper wire. Tinned wire. Whatever the hell... what is this shit called? God. Yeah, tinned copper wire. Okay. Losing my mind. This is complicated. Alright, Alright, I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to think about it for a second, and I will be right back. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.